Good day to you. This is teacher LELAND Alejandro, and we're going to continue our angle addition postulate problem sets. This time we're going to solve measurements of angles by solving the value of the variable x first, and then we make use of the x value to solve for the measurement. So we're going to see the problem set first and do some explanations. All right, we should start with some explanation or discussion about angle addition postulate. This is so related to definition of between rays. Now, the definition of between rays is that if you have three coplanar rays, such as like this, OA and OX and the OC there. All right, these coplanar rays are connected at the endpoint O. Now, the definition of between rays goes like this. If OX is between rays OA and OC, then we have the following statement. The measure of angle AOX plus the measure of angle XOC, this is equal to the measure of angle AOC. There. This is the definition of between rays. OX is, or ray OX is between OA and OC if and only if the measure of the angle AOX plus the measure of the angle XOC is equal to the measure of the angle AOC. So this is the definition of between rays, and this is used interchangeably with angle addition postulate. So again, this is a definition of between rays. The ray OX is between ray OA and ray OC if and only if the measure of angle AOX plus the measure of angle XOC is equal to the measure of the angle AOC, the total. All right, so our solutions will be based on this principle. All right, so let's start with the first number. Okay, we have here the first number. Find the measure of the angle VJK if the measure of IJV is 71. All right, let's put this unknowns first. All right, we have this VJK, it's right here. This is the VJK. There, that's the VJK. Now the IJV is supposed to be 71. So this is 71 degrees. All right. Now the measure of IJK is expressed in algebraic expression 22x plus 2. Now the measure of IJK is actually the total. So if you're going to build or set up the equation, we can set up the equation first. All right, we have the IJV. So this is the equation, the measure of the angle IJV plus the next angle is the VJK. All right, this will be the measure of the angle VJK, and this must be equal to the total IJK. Okay, this is the measure of the angle IJK. There. All right, so we have the measure of IJV plus the measure of VJK equal to the measure of IJK. Now, let us substitute the given expressions or numbers for these three angles. The IJV is 71. There. And then we have the VJK. All right, VJK is also expressed, all right, as in algebraic expression is over here. That's VJK. So this is 9x minus 4 there. And this is equal to the measure of IJK, which is also expressed in algebraic expression. And this is equal to 22x plus 2. There. Now we have the algebraic equation, a linear equation that we can solve. And then we're going to find the value of x. Once we have the value of x, then we can actually solve for the requirement VJK. All right. All right. So we have here the given equation. So we're going to solve this. All right. So we'll start with combining like terms, 71 minus 4, and that should be about 67 there. And we have the 9x still right there. And then the right side is the same, 22x plus 2 there. All right, we're going to subtract now the 9x from both sides. We're going to subtract the 9x. And we shall have something like, this is now 13 plus 2. That's 22x minus 9x. That should be about 13x. And we still have the positive 2 or plus 2 at the right side. Now this 9x cancels out with the 9x, and we still have the left side 67 there. And then at this point, we're going to combine like terms by way of subtracting the 2 from both sides. And we will now be having 65 equals 13x there. And after division, we shall have the value of x here. So we are going to divide this by the number beside the variable. So we're going to divide this by 13 and divide this by 13. And x is equal to 5 there. Now we don't stop with the value x. We actually need the measurement of the requirement. We're asked to get here, find the measure of VJK, and that is expressed 9x minus 4 over here. Okay, so we're going to solve for VJK, the measure of the angle VJK, and that is equal to 9x minus 4. All right, let's put a dividing line here like that. Okay, so we have here equal to 9x minus 4. We're going to substitute our value 5. So this is actually equal to 9 times 5 minus 4. That should be about 45 minus 4, giving us the answer 41. So the answer, that's 41 degrees. Okay, that is the measure of the angle VJK. And we can verify that from here. There. All right, so we're correct. You can see the answer on the screen. That's 41 degrees. Okay, and you can see that over here. There. All right, so we're done with the solution. I hope you were able to follow the step-by-step method. You set up the equation and solve for the variable x. Once you have the variable x value, it becomes a constant value, constant answer, constant number. Now use that number to the expression, expressing the required formula to solve for the unknown measurement. Okay, so that will be for our first number. We shall do the next. So the answer here is 41 degrees. Let's have the second number. Let's have the number 2. Okay, here's the number 2 problem. All right, you can see the board. Find the measure of the angle ABC. Okay, measure of ABC. And that looks like the total. Okay, that looks like the total. Now, if the measure of angle DBC is 98, so this is 98, we can put it here. There, that's 98, that's DBC. And the measure of ABD is expressed 5x minus 10, ABD. So this is the 5x minus 10 here. 5x minus 10. It's there. Okay, so let me clear that 5. That's supposed to be 5. There. So that's 5x minus 10, the angle ABD. Okay. All right. Now the measure of the angle ABC is also expressed in algebraic expression. ABC is equal to 13x plus 8. So we'll be able to set up the equation for this. Okay, the measure of ABC. So the equation goes like this. We will use DBC. Here's the equation. We have the measure of the angle DBC plus the measure of the angle ABD. Okay, this will be ABD, and this will be equal to the total ABC. This is the measure of the angle there. Okay, so we have DBC angle plus the ABD angle is equal to the ABC angle. All right, so let's substitute the equivalent. We have the DBC, that's constant 98. And we're going to add the ABD that's expressed in 5x minus 10. It's an algebraic expression. And then we also have the algebraic expression for the measure of ABC angle. That's 13x plus 8. Okay, 13x plus 8 there. All right, so we have a linear equation. We're going to solve for x. Once we find x, we can use this value and substitute it here. The required there, 13x plus 8. So we need the value of x first. So we have this equation. We're going to solve for x first. All right, let's combine like terms at the left side. 98 minus 10, that should be up to 88. So we have here 88. And we still have the 5x. And the right side is still 13x plus 8 there. And we're going to subtract now the 5x from both sides. This will be minus 5x, and this is minus 5x there. And this cancels out to 0, the 5x and the minus 5x, and we only have 88. And the right side, we have 13x minus 5x, that surely is 8x. And we still have the plus 8. And then one more subtraction property. We have minus 8 and minus 8. We have 80 at the left side, and we have 8x on the right side. And surely the next step is by division. We divide it by the number beside the variable. That is always the step or the next step. So this will be divide by 8. And we have now x equal to 10. There. 80 divided by 8, that's 10. So we have the value of x. We can now use the expression for ABC. Okay, we can do it right here. So the measure of angle ABC is equal to 13x plus 8. Okay, let's put the dividing line there. All right. So we have 13x plus 8. Substitute the 10 in place of x. So this will be 13 times 10 plus 8. And we have something like 130 plus 8. And it looks like we have 138 degrees. So this is 138. Okay, 138 degrees. All right, so that's the answer. We can verify that. There's the answer. All right, so you can see it on the screen. That's 138 there. All right, so we're correct. And make sure you know how to set up the equation, how to solve for x, and use that value to find the answer. All right, that should be for the second number. We shall proceed to the next. All right, here's the next. We're doing number 3. All right, here's the third example. All right, the measure of SQR is 68. The measure of SQR is 68. So this must be the 68. There, that's the 68 degrees. Now, measure of PQ QS, that's 16x. So we can actually put the 16x here, like that. 16x, that's PQS. All right. And so this is 16x, this is 68, like that. Okay. We're asked to find the measure of PQS. All right. The plan is to find x and then substitute it there in 16x. Then we will be able to find PQS here. All right. Now PQR, the total, is also expressed in algebraic expression 2 plus 27x. So the first thing we should do is set up the equation. We can start with the PQS angle. Okay, here's the equation. So we have the measure of the angle PQS there, plus, okay, the other angle is the SQR. Okay, the measure of the SQR. So this is measure angle SQR there. Okay, that's angle SQR. All right, this is equal to the total SQR, and the total is PQR. All right, this is PQR. There. So PQS is expressed in 16x, and we have SQR, that's 68. So this must be our 68. And this is equal to PQR, that's 2 plus 27x. 2 plus 27x there. So we have the equation. We have the equation. Therefore, we can now solve for x and come up with the answer. Okay, so we shall start with subtraction property. Let's subtract 16x. And that gives us 11x. There. And this cancels out the 16 and negative 16x there. And we still have 68 on the left side. And this will be equal to the 2 plus the 11x. Now we subtract the 2 from both sides. And we have something like 66. So this is 66, and this is equal to 11x there. Then we divide by the 11, and we shall come up with the value of x. So we divide this by 11, and x is equal to 6 there. So we have the answer for x. It's a 6, but we're not just after the x. We're after the value of some angle, and we're asked to find the measure of PQS. So PQS is 16x. It's over here. There. So we're going to use this formula. The measure of the angle PQS is equal to 16x. We shall put the dividing line there. So this will be 16 times our value of x, and our value of x is 6. There. So we're going to multiply this. So this is 16 times 6, so we have something like 96 degrees. There. 16 times 6 is 96 degrees. All right, so we have the answer. Let's check and verify. All right, there's the answer. All right, so we're correct. All right, so that should be for our third example. Let's continue with the next. All right, so the answer here is 96. You can see the red numbers, and that confirms our answer. All right, let's continue with the fourth. All right, here's the fourth example. We have the measure of angle VFG. VFG in the diagram is 16x. So we shall try to use the diagram. So this is 16x there. All right, VFG. All right, what else? The measure of angle EFV. EFV is 37x plus 1. And where is EFV? It's over here. So this is the 37x plus 1. 37x plus 1. There. All right. And then we have the measure of EFG. That looks like the total. EFG. And that looks like 160. All right. Find the measure of the angle EFV. EFV. All right. Let's have the equation first. Okay. We shall start with EFV. The measure of EFV plus the measure of the smaller angle VFG, and this is equal to the measure of the angle that's supposed to be the total, EFG. Okay, EFG. So this is EFG. Well, you have to be careful with the angles, okay, because sometimes they sound just the same. All right, so we have EFV plus VFG is equal to EFG. All right. Now let's substitute the given numbers and expressions. We have the measure of EFV, that's 37x plus 1. So here, this is 37x plus 1. And this is plus VFG, that's 16x. And this is equal to the EFG, and that's a constant, 160. All right, so we have the equation. We're going to solve for x first, and then come up with x, and then substitute it in the expression for EFV. All right, so we're going to have to do combined like terms here. So we have something like 37x plus 16x. So that looks like 53x. So this is 53x. That's 16 plus 37. All right. Now, beside it, you still have the plus 1 there. Okay. And that's part of the original equation. And that is equal to 160 there. Now, next step is to subtract 1 from both sides. There. So I hope you already know how to solve for equations like this. These are simple linear equations. And before you do this angle addition postulate problems, make sure you know how to solve linear equations. So if you're not familiar with it, you have to begin there. All right. So this is now 53x, and this is 159 there. So the next step is to divide this by the number beside x. So that's the way to determine your divisor. It's the number beside your variable. So we're going to divide this by the 53 and divide the right side as well by 53. And we shall get something like exactly how much is that? 3, okay? X is equal to 3. All right, so x equals 3, and we will not stop here. We still have to continue and find the measure of EFG. Make that EFV, all right, there. And that's equivalent to 37x plus 1. So we can put here the computation, all right. We're after now with the value EFV, and this is 37x. Let me clear that. That's 37x plus 1 there. 37x plus 1. So we're going to substitute the value of x3. So we have 37 times 3 plus 1. So this is, how much is this? 111? Yes, 111 plus 1. And this is 112. All right, 112 degrees. Okay, this is our answer. 112 degrees. And we shall verify if it's correct. This is the required measure of EFV, as in victory. All right, so this will be over here. All right, so the red answer is over here. That confirms our answer there. All right, so that goes to our fourth example. Let's continue with the next. Let's continue with the next problem. We shall have number 5. All right, here's number 5. The measure of AFE, the measure of the angle AFE is equal to 10x minus 1. So that's, where is this in the diagram? AFE. So this is it. It's over here. This is the 10x minus 1. 10x minus 1. There. 10x minus 1. That's AFE. And then the measure of GFA, that's 35x. That must be here. 35x there. All right, so the other given is the measure of GFE. That looks like the total, and it's 134 degrees. All right, so we're asked to find the measure of AFE. So we shall begin with the equation. All right, so let's have the equation. The measure of AFE is supposed to be A. This one there. So AFE plus the measure of the next angle, that's supposed to be GFA, and is equal to the measure of the angle GFE. Yes, GFE. There. All right, we have the working equation. Let's substitute the expressions for each. AFE is 10x minus 1. So this must be our 10x minus 1. And we're going to add the measure of the angle GFA, that's 35x. 35x. And this is equal to the measure of the angle GFE. All right. GFE is constant. 134 degrees. All right. We have the equation. Let's solve for x. So we start with combining like terms. 10x and 35x is 45x. And we have the negative 1 still here. Like that. And is equal to 134. Okay, now we eliminate that negative 1 by way of addition. So we add 1, so we can isolate the x term, add 1 to both sides, and then these two cancels out, and we only now have 45x, and is equal to 135. So next step is division. All right, that's division by the 45. So we divide by 45, and we divide by the 45, and x is equal to 3. Okay, 3 times 45 is 135. So 135 divided by 45, that must be 3. All right, we are going to use now the x equals 3 in the formula for AFE. AFE is 10x minus 1. So we can solve it over here. Okay, let's put it over here. The measure of AFE. This is equivalent to 10x minus 1. All right, 10x minus 1. So this is 10 times 3 minus 1. And we have 30 minus 1. And that looks like 29 degrees. All right, that's the answer. 29 degrees. And it looks like that in the diagram. It's a small angle, so probably it's correct. Or it must be the right answer. Yes, it's 29. All right, so you can see it there. So that's 29 degrees looking at the red number over there. Okay, we're done with number 5. We shall continue with next. All right, this is number 5, and the answer is 29 degrees. All right, we're clearing the board, and we proceed to the number 6 problem. I think this is the last example. All right, so we shall just finish this, and we're done with the session. All right, so let us read the problem. The measure of QRS angle is 159. So where is QRS? QRS looks like the total. All right, so we can see that in the diagram. The measure of QRS is 159. The measure of YRS is 89x. So where is YRS? It's over here. So this is the 89x. There, that's YRS. Now, we have another angle, measure of QRY. That's 1 plus 69x. So it must be this portion over here, 1 plus 69x. There. All right, let's set up the equation and solve the problem. All right, let's begin with QRY. QRY. So here's the equation. The measure of the angle QRY, all right, plus the measure of the next angle YRS must be equal to the measure of the angle, the total, QRS. There. Okay, so we have the working equation. We substitute the equivalents. All right, QRY. QRY is 1 plus 69x. So this is 1 plus 69x plus YRS is 89x. And this is equal to QRS. And QRS happens to be just a number, 159. Yeah. So we have the equation solved for x first. So we have something like 158. Yeah, 158. 69x plus 89x. All right. Combining like terms, 69x plus 89x, that's 158x. And we still have the plus 1 over here. There. And then this is equal to the right side, 159. Then we subtract 1 from both sides, and we will encounter 158x equals 158. And we divide by the 158 to both sides, and we have x equal to simply 1. There. And so we have the value of x, and we need to compute now the required. We have here find YRS, and that's 89x. Okay, it's over here. YRS equals 89x. So to compute this, we have a simple equation, a measure of YRS is equal to 89x. Very easy calculation. 89 times 1. And we have 89 degrees. There. All right, let's check and verify. And we have the answer there. And we are correct. All right, here's the answer over here. 89 degrees. That confirms our solution and the answer. All right. So we're done with this discussion. I hope you learned from the examples. And this will be all for now. Bye-bye.